Right. So today we're going to unpack this whole like Call of Duty situation,
Okay.
specifically Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
We've got a stack of sources here,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube videos, some articles, even a bit of Wikipedia.
Okay.
And it seems like there's a real story brewing here.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is a giant rock.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Over 400 million copies sold as of 2023.
Wow.
One of the best-selling franchises ever.
Is a titan of the industry for sure.
Exactly. And Black Ops 6, when it launched back in October,
Yeah.
was riding that wave.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that insane 3,000 square meter ad?
Oh, my goodness.
They plastered on the Westfield SNIT building in Paris.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like they were going for biggest game ever vibes.
They were definitely making a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast forward to now,
Yeah.
the data's telling a different tale.
Yeah,
And there's a significant drop in players on Steam,
that's true.
which is raising some eyebrows.
Yeah, it's significant.
Yeah, 47% drop to be
Yikes.
exact. That's down from about 160,000 concurrent players to just 87,000
Wow.
in the last 30 days,
Jeez.
to put that in perspective.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3, during a similar time frame, saw a much smaller decline,
Okay.
only around 6%.
Right.
So what's causing this exodus?
Well, our sources point to a few things.
Okay.
Firstly, players are really frustrated with the cheating problem in ranked mode.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's making it tough for those who are trying to play legitimately,
Right.
have a good time.
Yeah.
One YouTuber, Skyrose, even called it out,
So, yeah.
saying it's ruining the experience for a lot of players.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know?
And it's not just the cheaters, is it?
No, it's not.
The sources also mentioned a bunch of bugs and gameplay issues
Yeah.
that are turning people off.
Right, inconsistent footstep audio is a big one.
Oh, really?
It makes it difficult to anticipate enemy movements,
I see.
which is crucial in a fast-paced game like Call of Duty.
Right.
And then you've got issues like overpowered kill streaks.
I hate that.
That can completely dominate a match.
Yeah.
And a generally unbalanced meta.
Hold on. For those who might not be super familiar with like all the gaming lingo,
Sure.
what exactly does meta mean in this context?
Good point. The meta basically refers to like the most effective tactics and strategies
Okay.
being used at any given time.
Right.
So an unbalanced meta means certain weapons, perks, or strategies
Gotcha.
are way stronger than others, leading to an uneven playing field.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So a combination of cheaters,
Yeah.
frustrating bugs,
Mm-hmm.
and a wonky meta
Yeah.
is leading to a less than ideal experience
Less than ideal for sure.
for a lot of Black Ops 6 players.
Yeah.
No wonder they're jumping ship.
It's a perfect storm of sorts.
Yeah.
And it's happening within a larger trend of player retention issues
Okay.
with the Call of Duty franchise,
Yeah.
particularly between November and December each year.
Interesting.
One source even mentioned a loss of over 30% of players during that period.
Really?
In a previous year. It seems like they consistently struggle to keep players engaged
Wow.
after that initial launch hype wears off.
So how do we square this with the franchise's history?
Well,
Call of Duty has had its share of issues in the past,
it has.
but it's always bounced back.
Sure.
What's different this time around?
That's a really good question. One thing that's changed is the gaming landscape itself.
Okay.
Back in the day, a game like Modern Warfare 2019 or Warzone 1,
Yeah.
even with their flaws,
Sure.
could keep players hooked for ages.
Right.
The core gameplay was so engaging that it was enough.
Right. They were kind of self-contained hits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But nowadays, gamers are used to a constant stream of new content, updates, and events.
Okay.
If a game doesn't keep up with those expectations,
Right.
players will simply move on to something else.
It's a much more competitive and demanding environment for developers.
It is for sure.
So is Black Ops 6 simply falling victim to these changing tides? Is it a case of the franchise not evolving fast enough
Potentially, yeah.
to keep up with player expectations?
It's definitely a factor. YouTuber Skyrose, who we mentioned earlier,
Right.
suggested that Black Ops 6 needs a rework of its appearance.
Okay.
He argues that the game needs to feel visually fresh and exciting
Interesting.
to entice players.
I see.
And this brings up a really important point.
Okay.
The role of visuals in modern gaming.
Right. It's not just about gameplay anymore, is it?
It's not, no.
Aesthetics matter.
Absolutely. The look and feel of a game can heavily influence player perception and enjoyment.
I see.
It's not just about having cutting-edge graphics.
Right.
It's about the overall aesthetic, the style, the atmosphere.
Okay.
Think about some of the most successful Call of Duty titles.
Yeah.
The gritty realism of Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
The vibrant, almost neon-infused world of Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Those games had a distinct visual identity that helped them stand out.
They made a visual statement.
They did.
So is Black Ops 6 failing to do that? Is it blending in too much with its predecessors?
That's what some sources are suggesting.
Huh.
It's not that the graphics are bad.
Right.
It's more that the game lacks a unique visual flair.
Okay.
It doesn't feel visually distinct enough
Gotcha.
to capture the imagination in the same way some of the earlier titles did.
It's interesting because they clearly invested heavily in marketing.
They did.
With that huge Paris ad.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like the game itself might not be living up to the visual hype.
Yeah, it's a disconnect that could be contributing to the decline in players.
Yeah, it seems like we're starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
The game launched with a lot of fanfare.